Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Grumpy Vlogger Live.
And hello everyone, how y'all doing today? Oh, okay, let's just get right. Earpiece isn't sitting in right today for some reason. Anyways, let's just get right into this and let's bring in my co-host, the co-hostess with the mostest. Well, co-host with the most, whatever. Anyways, here he is, none other than Art Carlson.
Yeah!
Hey Art, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Just tired working all day.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well,
Yep.
no, I can't. I'm retired, so I can't imagine.
I'm almost there. I just got a couple years.
I've been retired for way too many years, so I don't know what it's like. Although I seem to work harder being retired than I ever did when I was working, so. Anyways, speaking of being tired and retired, let's bring in the feller from down under. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Dominic.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yes, evening here.
Yeah.
So how you doing, Dominic?
Actually, I'm not too bad. Yeah.
Eh,
But feeling a bit extra grumpy today, so
Are you?
good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that'll work for this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually caught a couple. I managed to catch Captain Ray's live stream earlier, and then I got Al Duran's show a little bit ago, and so you know.
Good point.
Oh my God! Yeah, I just saw what Justin put in there. Let's see if I can. Let's see.
Yes. Hilarious.
Yeah.
But just one point. You've gone to daylight saving, so that means everything is an hour earlier, and I'm still getting used to
that. Yeah,
getting used to everything being an hour earlier on YouTube now. So sometimes I'm missing things.
And then what? The end of this month or first of next month, you guys switch to standard time, so that's going to make it 2 hours earlier than what it was.
Well, that actually, and that makes it easier.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, well, it makes it easier because some of the programs that I watch were at times that were harder for me, and dropping back 2 hours makes it easier because some of them are earlier in the morning.
And welcome, Mr. Crawley. I just noticed something.
Yeah, this will drop back another hour because when we're daylight saving and you're not, this stream goes on at midday for me. Now, if it drops back 2 hours, it makes it 10 a.m. and I've got the afternoon to myself. So that's usually the best way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
When we're not on daylight saving and you are. Makes life a whole lot easier.
Wow,
cool!
I am trying to. I'm trying to set Mr. Crawley as a moderator, but for some reason I keep getting an error.
Oh, YouTube again.
See if I could.
See if you can do it. Yeah, because I can't do it for some reason.
Oh wow. It won't let me.
It won't let you do it either?
Nope. It says go to channel, report, remove, put in timeout, or hide users on this channel.
Yeah, well,
maybe you'll have to go back later and do it.
Yep.
It worked that time. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Third time was a charm, so.
There you go.
So and there's another grey.
Where?
Randy Reels is looking a little grey there.
Yeah. It's doing the same thing again. Well, I'll have to wait. Give it a few minutes and Art, why don't you welcome everybody?
Alrighty, we got Justin, Droner Gaming RP.
Yes.
Jack Benny Rabbit FPV. We have Gary, Grant Ariels,
10 minutes in and we've gone off the
Mr.
rails.
Crowley, dun, 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 and his drones, Eric Lipinski, Jody, drone shot. Then we got Joey, Jaybird Drones. And we got, who else? Oh, Scott Nadeau. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. Billy Tompkins. And Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk. And we got the Grumpy Vlogger. And
Yeah,
that
try to
is
be in
about it. Oh, hey, I see George Costanza in the chat.
Yeah, George Costanza, right.
Here we go.
Anyways, all right. Welcome to everybody.
Everybody who's in the chat and everybody who isn't
in
in the chat. We'll just say hello to everybody in the whole wide world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
we'll say
right.
hello
That's
to
right.
everybody that's really here and everybody that's in his imagination.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
anybody that's and everybody in the whole wide world.
Yeah. Oh, it did. Okay, finally, I got Gary's. I don't know what's going on. It just every time I go to do it, it gives me that error. But now it's working. But anyways, I got it working now. So yeah.
Good.
So I have ordered the DJI FPV RC2 controller for my Avata.
Awesome.
And-
Avata.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here we
Now,
go.
Gary, you don't have
Avata.
to fix anything. Avata, yeah, Avata. But so hopefully, I will. That will. It's already been shipped. It's actually supposed to be in Oklahoma City, but I don't know why I haven't got it yet. But you know, maybe. I don't know. Tomorrow, or the next day. So. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, and most of you probably do know, Judy had a pretty bad fall Wednesday, and I mean, she did a face plant right into our concrete floor, right on her nose. I got up and ran around as fast as I could. I heard a glass break, and I get over there, and she is just covered in blood. I mean, literally head to toe. And I'm thinking she cut a main artery. I'm trying to get to her to see if I need to try and stop it. She's kind of like, finally she says it's my nose, and I can see then it's just. And then Saturday, the Chihuahua puppy headbutted her in the nose.
Oh,
Yeah, and he's
yeah.
And he weighs about 11 pounds. He's a little bit. I don't know. He was only supposed to weigh about 7, but he's about 10 or 11 pounds, about 10 pounds. And he just jumps, and everything he does is jumping. So he came down head first, right in her nose. So I took her over to the immediate care here, Express Wellness, and they were just as nice as could be. They said, there's not really anything we could do, but we could X-ray it for you. I said, well, yeah, I'd like to know so that when we go see her doctor,
no, I'm saying, yep, it's broken.
Yep, and that's exactly what they said. It was broken. Because they checked here, and she had pain here and down under here. So when she hit, she apparently cracked this area too, and under, and it doesn't really show in
making
the
my
picture,
nose
but
sore.
I know it's but she's doing much better. She is doing better now. So if she keeps it, although just a little bit ago she was waking up and went to do something, and the pup come up and was trying to grab a cookie from her, the littlest one, the smallest, the newest pup, Peaches. And instead of going for the cookie, she just decided, what the hell, and bit Judy right on the end of the nose. She about got flung across the room on that one, and Judy is like, I said, well, but welcome Barkley and
Barkley and Maddie
Maddie's driving
and Mudball.
And Mudball, yes. Always glad to see Don. Just Don is sort of my inspiration. I see what he does with Fish Eyes, and I wished I had the comedic. I can. Mr. Skyfly, welcome.
Yeah, that's Joel.
Yeah. Joel,
America's also in there.
Yeah.
And Joe.
Yeah. Joe. Yeah, and
Captain
I've got a
Joe.
list. I've got a list here with all the names so that I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
remember.
yeah. I've
The
got the same
problem
thing,
I
yeah.
have is when I had my eyes operated on. I've told you that before. I had the close vision. So when I'm wearing glasses to see the chat is one thing, and then I got to do this to look at my phone. So because I thought I'm just not going to go with bifocals anymore. They offered them to me. I should have gone. Well, I don't mean to make you blush, Don. Really, you blush? You're pretty gutsy. I wouldn't say you have a blushing bone in your body, but that's all right. But yeah,
Yeah.
I can do I can sort of
Okay,
do the
right.
ventriloquist stuff, but I don't have the comedic part that I need, and yes, I've got plenty of stuff written down. I'm just too damn lazy to memorize it.
Well, you need
That's
to
why
watch Jeff Dunham's special that he did for biography.
the biography.
I still have a little bit left to watch. And
I finished it last night. I had started watching it, I guess, once before, and if you guys want to see, and it's one of those you look at, especially when you look at other comedians, because I'm going to put Jeff Dunham as a comedian rather than just a ventriloquist, because he is a comedian. He writes his stuff, and you can hear things in his voice that I'm sitting there going, wow, I'm not sure, because we know that a lot of comedians, they have that dark side to them that they're demons that they're fight with. And there's a couple times there I'm thinking, poor Jeff is really having to work through a lot of stuff, has had to. And I hope he doesn't, someday, and I don't think he will, because he seems so very proud of his family, his kids, and that was updated because I was glad to see that his daughters were as involved as they are.
yeah.
Especially with the two, because a lot of times you have two families, the first group gets pushed aside for the new ones, the first bunch of kids gets, but I'm glad to see he's really putting the effort into being a good father with his daughters, and they seem matter of fact, they were very happy with how he has come out of that darkness since he married his current wife. And but if you guys want to see somebody hear what it's like to go through that, I mean, God, 8 no's to get on Johnny Carson. One time, and this was in his book too, because I've read his book. One time, he was right up to the night before the talent guy for Johnny Carson came in and saw him, and he just wasn't funny. And they called him the next morning and said, you're just not there yet. And it canceled him. Of course, they'd already announced that he was going to be on there, and
Right.
And he said what was more, and I don't think he said that in that clip on there, but what he did say was, what was even Lloyd knew Johnny Carson. Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
But anyways, what he said was, the person they replaced him with was because it was the Christmas special. It was, somebody by the name. Her first name was Mary, and her last name was Christmas, or something like that. Some old lady by the name of Merry Christmas. Wasn't a good guess, but it was. It was different than. They just weren't going to put him on, and maybe that was. That was good for him because it really made him step up his game.
Andrew.
And
Hello, Andrew.
when I got to work with him, this is like in the early 90s, and this is, he was still doing clubs.
Right.
And now he's doing arenas, and he's doing like 15,000 people. I mean, how many comedians do you know that, Fluffy does. There's a
Fluffy
few
does,
of them.
yeah. There's a few. But even Jay Leno says he's, in that video says he's not doing that many,
Yeah.
He says, I'm not doing 10, 15,000,
Right.
And
when I saw Jay Leno, he was here in Denver. He was at the Betcher Concert Hall. And and that holds like 2,000.
yeah.
That was a big.
I'm
arena.
I'm sure that Jay Leno could probably pull that many in if he decided to, but I don't think he likes working that big of a venue. I think he likes a little. And I've heard him in other discussions. Now, that's somebody. Of course, he had that facial burn from the car, and then he turned around and had a motorcycle wreck after that. But he did. He gave a all expense paid vacation to the nurses in the burn unit that took care of him.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, they brought him on, and they'd given him something, and then it was really a nice gesture. I saw that, and
that's awesome.
He says they're the ones that worked with me every day. He says they don't always get those kind of accolades, and nurses do not get. Hello, Bob Casey.
Bob Casey,
welcome to the show. And Andrew,
Andrew.
I think I said Andrew, but I don't know if I did. But anyways, welcome everybody. But yeah, so and another person I want to shout out tonight. If you guys aren't subscribed to or haven't seen Tammy Jean's channel or live shows, you need to watch them. And
you must.
I appreciated the shout out she gave me and my dummies Thursday night show.
Yes.
That was
must.
appreciated. Yeah, and those are the kind of things that help out smaller channels. We all help each other out. So, and what is coming up April 1st, Art?
Oh, that would be the South Florida Drone Meetup at Jensen Beach, Florida. Held by Captain Ray and Johnny Drone Flyer, or Johnny Alfonso.
As well as the other, at least two other members on the committee will be Maddie from Maddie's Drone World.
Right.
And Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill.
Ronan. I never know how to say his name, so.
Ronan.
Uncle Bill.
Ronan.
Okay.
Yes.
I
think of Romaine.
Romaine and Ronan, yeah.
Ronan. Yeah, like Rogaine.
Yeah, I wish I could go to it. I really do. I think in some ways, I don't know. It'd be a toss up between that and Spin Up, but I really would love to get out to Florida and see everybody. I have an aunt that lives out there that maybe, and she's getting up in years, still working. But maybe when she's gone, gone, I might inherit her house. Who knows?
Oh, there
Barb,
you go.
Aunt Barb, if you're watching, just keep me in mind. I call you at least once a year.
Yeah. And I wish I could be there too, but I'm going to be elsewhere the week after.
You're going to. You'll be putting all your ducks in a row so you can head out to the
Philippines.
Yeah, I started to say Papua New Guinea, and that's what popped into my head.
No, that we're a little to the north and to the west.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, it's all over there in the South Pacific. What do I know?
Yeah, it's close enough.
It's close enough. Yeah. Well, I talked to Grant's name pops. I talked to Grant all the time, and of course he was in that. He grew up in that area on the islands because Bougainville is where he grew up at.
Yep.
Yeah, because his
my dad was at
make a stay.
Hang on a second, guys. Judy's coming to get me, so let me.
All right.
Get her. You guys
Okay,
take
we'll
over.
take over.
Yep.
Well, Lloyd was talking about Grant was at it's pronounced Bougainville.
Yes.
If you watch World War II on Time Ghost History. My father was in New Guinea. He was part of that island hopping campaign. He was at Finchhaven, Newham 4, Oro Bay, and then to the Philippines. And by the time he got to the Philippines, the war was probably about a month away from ending. Yeah. then when the war ended, they sent him to Okinawa, and he was there for a little while, and then they sent him up to Tokyo area, where he was at Atsugi Naval Air Station, which, by the way, back in 1995, I got to entertain our troops there, which is weird. It's like it's 40 years later. I got to tour the places my dad was at. Cool.
Yeah.
And Gene Fox. Now, his father was a fighter pilot in the 5th Air Force in that same group. So, yeah.
It's a very interesting part of the world as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, isn't part of New Guinea part of Australia?
Technically speaking, yes, but technically speaking, no.
Oh. Because I know the west half is part of Indonesia and the east half is, I don't know.
It's also, you've got Timor-Leste as well as the other parts. It might be geographically close to Australia and was probably connected to Australia at one time.
Right.
But I think it is more of a autonomous collective. I know Australia does have a small presence there, but I don't think it's exactly the...
We can't hear you, Lloyd.
Yeah, Lloyd's...
Actually, there we go. Actually, the PNG government took over that area. And basically ran the Australians out. That's where Grant was at, because he was there when they had to, he was there when they had to evacuate. They had to, he remembers getting on the bus and, beating on the buses and trying to, and it was just the kids that they were shipping out. But yeah, all of that. And he's shown me several pictures of where all those mines and everything are completely grown up, and it's just all jungle now. They've let everything go to hell in a handbasket, but
But it does have a big part of Australia's history because of the Kokoda Trail.
Oh yeah.
Bougainvillea and Sandakan as well. But they are their own government now.
Yeah, they are
well,
their
we
own
need
government.
To say hello to Joe Fotoleo, James Cronin,
yeah,
Mark Sullivan, and Brad, Catskills Brad.
And I guess I was saying hi to him and didn't realize my mic was muted. I had already done that, but I forgot I turned off my mic. Judy had just woke up and she got confused. We went and obviously got our hair cut the other day, but she's going in to have the color fixed on her hair because she has a lot of gray, but not all of it, and she wants it all stripped out and gone to silver because she's tired of waiting on it. So that's tomorrow, and she got up and said, "Oh my God, we missed it." I said, "No, dear, go back to bed. I'm doing my show." "No, it's tomorrow, dear." So what's today? I said, "Monday. That's why I'm doing my show." Oh crap! So I just want to make sure she didn't fall because she gets to forecasting 30 inches of snow tonight. Well, I will say one thing. I woke up today and I had my heater set down fairly low, but I woke up today and it was friggin' freezing. As a matter of fact, it was below freezing. It was 31 degrees when I woke up this morning. And that is, although we've had some of our deepest snows this time of the year, we had
Same here.
24 inches in 24 hours, actually, on this day. And I know we didn't mention on your show, but yesterday, I believe it was 2 years since our good friend Rick Halber passed away.
Yeah. 3 years.
3 years. Has it been 3 years? God,
Yep.
It's hard to believe. Hello, Max.
Yep.
Hi, Max.
And
Justin's having a go at my hairstyle.
Oh, is he? Yeah. Well,
don't worry, you'll get there one day.
Yours is easy to keep. You know, I
Yeah.
will say that much. You know,
Mhm.
and
Well, Dominic, your hair is groovy.
Yes. It used to be all waves, now it's all beach. That's how I usually see it.
Mm-hmm.
well, I will say this is all my hair, so this is all real.
That's
It
good.
has slid back a little bit here and there, but you know,
Yeah, I'm getting a
Uh,
little thin right up
but
here,
it's
but
it's thick up on top, and I have most of my family starts going bald right back here. I
Yeah.
didn't. My boys did. My
Yeah,
dad, my
that's what happened with
brother.
me.
Yeah, they all start back here, and then and then the two meet. You know, and
Yeah.
yep.
my older son, he's got about as much hair as Dominic does.
Yeah, and
Of course,
as I said, I used to have really long hair, but now,
he
Mhm.
did too.
happened about 20
And
years
of
ago.
course, how old are you, Dominic?
I'll turn 55 in 2 months.
Oh,
Okay, well, he'll turn. Oh
What
my
year was he
God,
born?
he was born in '68, so
Same here.
he'll be 55 in August.
Yeah,
mhm.
I'm 55 in May.
Man, you just made me feel old. I realized I could be your dad. Oh my God.
I've got a brother that's 15 years older than me. So
Ah,
how's that
yeah.
for?
My
Yep.
sister was 12 years older than me, and my brother's 10 years older than me.
Yep.
And
My sister is almost 10 years older than me.
Well,
yeah,
I had a sister, but unfortunately she passed away with cancer. She was 10 years older than me. She was born in February 1958 and
yeah,
passed on in July 2011.
yeah. I was thinking I lost my sister, I think 2 years ago. At Lloyd could
Mhm.
ventriloquist for Dominic. Yeah,
Coming out with some zingers
yeah.
tonight.
Oh, they're.
Yep, 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 yep,
Yes, Jaybird, we're all older than you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a granddaughter that's 34, will be 35 this year. And
Jeez.
yeah,
That's
yeah, I know, right?
that's a bit much for me to take.
Yeah, because I counted up between both of us. We have, and to be honest with you, maybe if Paco's watching, which he usually does, I don't know how many kids he's got all together now, but I've got somewhere around, Judy and I have somewhere around 22, 23 grandkids.
Wow.
And at least that I know of, at least maybe more now, 11 great grandkids. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, if Apollo's
Well,
Grace is watching, he can put up how many kids he's got. I lost track. You know, I think he started numbering them because he can't remember all their names now. So,
um,
James Jones, your eldest is 46 years. My youngest, well, let's see. Uh,
so you've got your children, and then you've got your children's children, and then your
right.
children's children's children.
Yeah. Yeah, we got 11 great grandkids.
Mhm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Shifty FPV, welcome.
Hey,
Hey, Shifty.
So,
I'm
yeah, I
lost
mean,
now. You've
yeah,
lost me.
well, yeah, it's my grandchildren's children, and the I have one grandson that is 15 going on 16, and we have one great grandson that is the same age, 15 going on 16.
wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and I know I'm going. Oh my God, my grandkids. Well, my kids and grandkids all started young, and
Mhm.
uh,
You got
most of
Drone Life RC and Steven Drone, the
ah,
other Steve.
let's see if I can put him up. Nope. They have to. I guess they have to say something twice. So Drone Life RC, if you'll say something again, or I'll try it again. Let's see if it'll. Nope.
Yep.
Something about that. It will not let me the first time or two. It just doesn't let me.
Hmm.
They just keep saying things.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on tonight, but it's weird. So
YouTube's obviously got its panties in a mouth or something. There's always a problem.
that worked.
Oh,
You have
fine.
to, yeah, you have to say something twice before I can make you a moderator. So that's
There
apparently
you
is
go.
the something new they've added to this YouTube crap. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
so
Don't get me started on YouTube. Oh,
I
God.
know, I know.
I'm just going to come in off the long run and let one go, I
I
think.
I have, I have been thinking. Everybody's talking about the shorts, and I don't see that they're of any real value other than views, maybe. But
Yeah, I
uh,
like the views.
but I've been
Well,
thinking about like
although you can pick up subscribers that way.
I've picked up,
that's
I've
true.
picked up about
Yeah.
160, 170 of them
Oh, have you?
recently.
Well, then
Yeah.
I probably need to start doing some shorts. But I'm thinking about doing shorts with my dummies. Just a 30-second
There you
Yeah.
go.
one line
That would be
joke,
good.
and
Mhm.
because
Because one
give it,
thing that I found, I've been doing shorts for about 2 months. One thing I've found, you've got to hit the right time,
Right.
meaning the time of the day.
Mhm.
Secondly, you've got to hit the sweet spot in terms of how long the short is, and then the other thing you've got to do is you've got to do something that's not completely away from the channel viewers, but enough to get people to be interested. Because if you do something that's completely wild, no one will watch
yeah,
it. But if you
right,
can do
right.
something that's a similar umbrella, and I've noticed that the ones that I work, the ones that worked with me were aviation, you know,
Right.
plane spotting and the like, and they're the ones that have really blown up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking, because I don't really showcase my dummies very much. I have a separate channel for them, but it's just too much trouble. I thought I come in here every morning and I practice, or I try to
Mm-hmm.
every day. I could do a 30-second clip, pop it up there, be done with it, and
Yeah,
it has to
man,
be
that's
under a
what I
minute,
love
right?
about shorts.
Yeah.
You can just take the best part of a video, or you can just go out and find something,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
take a
And
video,
just
and
Yep.
it's done
Yeah.
you can be ready to go in 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
rather
Yeah.
than going through all the color grading, editing, and
Yeah.
the one good thing about shorts is you can use mostly copyrighted music.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly.
I have stream
Epidemic Sound.
epidemic drones.
Epidemics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Epidemic
Sometimes
drones.
I've used Epidemic Sound, and sometimes you just can't find that mood,
Right. Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
when as I said, when I went to that air show. You can't find a really good mood on Epidemic Sound, and it just lent itself to the Top Gun soundtrack.
Yeah. Yeah. Justin.
The king of
Yeah.
shorts.
Yeah.
For example, for me, the sweet spot is between 3 and 5 p.m.
Yeah.
So I try
And the
to,
sweet spot for
you
me
know,
has been 11:45 to midnight my time, and I've been doing well with 5 to 8 second clips.
yeah.
They're the
Yeah,
ones that
that's,
come up for me.
I might have.
Andrew says I should watch Elvis the movie. If you're talking about the new Elvis, I got halfway through it and couldn't. I don't know. It just got too
Yeah.
weird for me. So
Yeah,
My
I don't know.
sister didn't like it either.
Yeah.
Ray
Oh, there's
Kelly.
Captain Ray right there.
Captain
Speaking
Ray.
Captain
There.
Ray, of course, he is. I saw his show tonight, and it was a very good show. But they were talking about the Avada, and his guest. My mind's gone blank right now. Who his guest
Yeah.
was, but he flies the Avada using the motion controller. And I had put up there, and I think there's a link in the description. I use the motion controller, but I use the CineMotion by Scotty Bill stuff, and you can mount it to a table. You can put it on a tripod, and it'll sit there, and it just holds it, and then you can. It's just
Ken
like using a
Gottlieb
joystick.
is
Mhm.
the
You know.
name that Ray just posted.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, well,
Yeah, he
thank
was
you,
on there.
Shifty.
Yeah, you've just once you find the sweet spot, you've just got to exploit it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ken
Yes.
Gottlieb. Yeah, that's that. Gottlieb. Yeah, that's who it was.
Hey, we got
And hello,
another
Steve.
Steve Carpenter.
Steve Carpenter. Yes.
Yeah, you
Glad to
just
have you.
one good thing about people in the chat is if there's 2 or 3 people with the same name, you just say hello, Steve, and and all the Steves will be hello.
That covers it. Yeah, that covers it. So one
Or
other thing.
Joe.
Let's see.
Joe and John.
Yeah,
Or
Joe.
John.
Don't forget at the top of the hour, Drone Nation will be having their show on tonight.
But I have serious drone talk.
Yeah, where you have serious drone talk. You know, on my show, it's you're going to get what you get. You know,
And
I
with
do
the
think
you have the
occasional
pablum of drone.
You know, I have a drone, but I like to vlog. You know, they were talking about our hobbies here last week, I think, and you know, I opened up that camera, that Russian made camera, and just before the show started, I finally got it shut. It took me that long to figure out how to put it together. Like, oh my God, you know. And once I figured it out, it was just real easy to fold back up. But then, there's Rod. Hello, Hot Rod in Daytona.
Hey, Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
Yeah.
And
I wanted to show you a coin that I just got. If I get the focus.
Looks like Irish. Is it?
No.
Okay. I can't know what that is.
Yeah, yes, you're right. It is.
I'm just
Philippines.
Because
1944.
1844.
And it says United States on it.
Actually, you know, I guess here's what I could do. Try that again, and I'll put my glasses on, and then I can see it.
Okay, maybe I could get.
Yeah, it doesn't want to focus.
It doesn't want to focus.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
Yeah. Sometimes
it worked the other. There we go.
Hey,
there we go. Yeah. All right. Okay.
I got it upside down. It's 50
you got it upside down.
centavos.
50 centavos. Okay.
And if I show the other side.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Right.
United States of America, 1944. Wow.
Yep. It was still a Commonwealth of the United States at the time.
Yeah.
That would be 2 years before their independence.
Yeah. Awesome. So, yeah, I have a box full of coins and money that I've gotten. I have a couple of Deutschmarks in there, you know, from, I've got some from Ireland that my dad picked up when he was over there. And, you know, so, like I said, I got a variety of stuff.
Same here.
I have several, or a couple, 2 or 3 Mexican gold pieces, you know.
Ooh.
That, you know, actually got them so that they could be put into a ring for Judy, and she actually has a couple of coin rings with the Mexican gold pieces. So, you know, when I die, the kids will sell them off, and you know, and then I have some uncirculated, like a couple of the silver dollar. I think it was 1984 they came out with I think it's a Statue of Liberty commemorative, and it's the pure silver dollar, the pure 50-cent piece, and you know, got 2 sets because Judy bought me a set, and then my mother bought a set for my dad, and when he died, I got them. So so they'll be in there, but yeah,
fuzzy, Lloyd.
Am I? Oh,
there you go.
I thought my eyes were going fuzzy for a second.
Yeah. Well, I was looking and I thought my glasses are dirty, and no, that's not it. So I'm going with my Stan Lee look again. Although I don't look as much like him now that I got my hair cut, but I'm, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike B.
Hey, we got Mike B. Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
You've got to change the
Yeah.
winter air to the summer air,
Ooh,
definitely.
Mhm.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
And check your blinker
Yeah.
fluid while you're there.
Blinker
Yeah,
fluid too.
blinker
Yeah,
fluid.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, and don't forget Hershey's came out with
Hershey's.
a trans candy bar with the
Oh yeah.
female. So it's made without nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
saw a cartoon today, and it was says women fought for 180 years to get equal rights. Against men. Now women are actually having to compete against men in sports. So everything they've done for the last 180 years has been thrown out the window.
Yep.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But
It's like the meme where they see, Neil Armstrong went to the moon and took seven photographs, and now women go into the bathroom and take 45 selfies.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Need to send you out to find a box of. Send you out to find a
Oh,
box
yeah.
of grid squares.
Yeah.
They're all euros.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I
man,
have
so
coins from, let's see, the Bahamas, Aruba, Canada, Japan, South Korea, and now the Philippines. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, and tomorrow I will have some Filipino bills,
Yeah.
peso. In
Yeah, I knew what you're
different
saying, Hot Rod.
denominations. So
Mm.
now I got some cash money
Grid
for my
squares on the
trip.
map.
Yep.
Yeah, he said the grid squares on the map. Yeah, it's sort of like we used to send guys into the shop to buy, hey, run in there and grab a bottle of prop wash.
And
Which
the
is funny.
left-handed screwdriver.
Oh yeah, left-hand screwdriver, prop wash. There was a couple others that we used to use in the Air Force, especially in weapons loading. The guys in weapons loadings are. I was just reading what Cheever said.
Mm.
No, he's identifying as 7 foot tall. What's his name?
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal?
No. Art is identifying as Kai
It's
now.
Kai. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Kai is going to identify as Art. So,
Yep.
That'll be fun.
if he sees this, he'll drive up from Texas and kick my ass. But Bubbles for the gear gun sights in the artillery. Yeah.
Yeah. Another funny one in Australia, you'll send people in, you'll go into any food shop, and you get the person to say, what's a pie cost? Send them in for a pie cost. And then the person behind the jump will say, oh, what's a pie cost? And then they'll tell them the price.
What's a pie cost?
Yeah, I know. Strange people down here.
Yeah. What was it? Oh man, that made me think of something. And of course, my mind is like a sieve, and it went in one ear and right out the other. I was like,
yeah, I know that feeling.
I hate that when that happens.
Mark, just save that money for the next time you go back to Philippines. Or you could, if you want to exchange it for euros and then exchange it to British pounds. Yeah.
Does England even accept euros now? Does the UK accept them now that Brexit is in existence?
I don't know.
I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for our new $5 note to see who's going to be on the $5 note, because it used to have the Queen on it.
Yeah, well,
will it have Elton John on?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Elton John on it next.
Well, I think they're going to wait until the coronation until they issue. I suspect. I mean, in case he's like his what great uncle? His great uncle doesn't make it to the coronation. Why waste the money printing up new bills?
Well, Well, I think on the coins they're already putting his likeness on.
Have they started putting them on there? Okay, I haven't.
Mm.
I hadn't seen any yet, so.
I'm just waiting for
But-
them to be minted.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta ask: doesn't everybody here just really feel sorry for poor old Harry getting booted out of his house? He's homeless now.
Yeah.
Do you
Or
really
look-
want? Do you really want my answer?
That's the same as mine.
I was just going to say I won't swear on here, but hell no. Who
Yeah,
gives
exactly.
a flying
Mhm.
fig about it?
I
Yep.
know. I mean, it's just,
Kick those whiny little shits out.
Yeah.
you know where they need to go? They need to go to Canada. They'll be treated better up there because we don't want
There
them
you
here.
go.
You know,
Mhm.
go back to one of your Commonwealth countries. You know, not Australia because we don't want to. We don't
Yeah,
want to lower the standards of
We
Australia
don't, we
by
don't
bringing
want
in.
them here.
Yeah,
We don't want them.
we don't want them here
Like-
either. So I wish they'd, go to Canada. Them and
Yeah.
Trudeau can be
So,
friends.
if they came here,
Yeah.
I'll give them 3 letters. FRO. Work out what that is.
Oh, Mark says that they've never accepted euros. Foreigners had to change the euros into pounds before they could spend them.
Mm.
Huh.
Oh. We got Mickey McH
Mickey
in the
McKay.
chat.
Yeah, love your work, Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back in. We have a new artillery gun, the A7, that can shoot 70.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got. I wouldn't want to go back in now because, one, I'm too old and it would require me to getting up early and stuff that I don't like to do,
Mm.
But I got to admit, my time in the service is really. I wasn't going to go anywhere, in life if I hadn't gone in the service. I think it's what helped me get.
Right. Mhm.
I was as the 70s. I would have been a.
Well,
Yeah.
Lloyd, just look at it now. You're going nowhere faster.
I'm going nowhere faster, but I wouldn't have
Yeah.
amounted to anything. Not that I
And
amounted
in
to anything,
style.
anyways. Yes, and in style, yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing like a smell of cordite in the morning. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't have time for the UK Harry Potter money. Yeah, he does look an awful lot like the Weasleys. It makes you wonder.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Weasley might have got up to something that we didn't know about,
Oh, okay.
and he's
I'm
got
not
a hat.
gonna-
So
And he's got a
he's
half
a
muggle
muggle?
son. He's a half
I'm not
muggle,
gonna-
anyways.
No, I'm not going to go into that because there's the
Oh, I already know.
conspiracy that Charles is not his father.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I call him the redheaded
And-
stepchild, anyways,
Ah.
because
What- I've forgotten the guy's name now.
it was his. It was her security guard.
What's
John
his
Brown?
name?
No. John Brown was Queen
That was-
Victoria's. Yeah, I was going to say
I'm talking
wrong
about-
one.
Oh, what's his name? I can't think of his name
Quick,
now.
Google it, Dominic.
Yeah, well,
That's
because
Jaybird says Monopoly money will overtake the United States dollar. Yeah. Dumps with Charles heads on will be printed soon 2 days after they put the price of first class stamps up to $1.06 or 1.6 pounds. I think they minted 50 pence
James
coins
Hewitt.
with his. Oh, James
James
Hewitt, yeah.
Hewitt.
oh, okay.
Have you ever seen James Hewitt?
Yeah, I've seen pictures of him. He's
Okay.
yeah. Enough said. You just look at a picture of him and
You only have to look at James Hewitt, and then you have to look at King Charles now.
yeah, King
and-
Charles, yeah.
All I'm saying is, there's more of a likeness to James Hewitt than
Yeah.
there is
Yeah.
Charles. That's
Well,
all I'm saying.
Mark lives in the UK. I'm sure he probably, Mark R. White, what do you,
What's your thoughts on
yeah.
James
Hello,
Hewitt?
Charles Gillespie.
Charles. Yeah, I've seen James Hewitt, and sorry, something doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he thinks there's something wrong. But yeah. Yeah,
I
it's
might be wrong,
I
but
personally, I just wish they would go away, you know?
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
uh because it's like we got enough crap going on in our country without having to put up with, a couple of prima donna, well, she's an American, unfortunately,
yeah,
but
so you're tied to it.
yeah, we're stuck with it. But
Oh, that's right. It's Captain Ray's birthday.
it is. Oh, that's right, because I did. Happy birthday, Captain Ray! I forgot to wish him a happy birthday because I did on the
Alex
We got Alex Escardo.
Alex Escardo.
Escardo.
Escardo, not escargot.
Escardo.
Yeah. There's no G in there.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Or
know.
J.
Lloyd and Bertha 2024. Well, I am running.
Yep.
And this will be my running mate. He will be my vice president nominee. And there's actually a party out called the No Label Party that is picking up a little bit of traction. And, maybe we can run under it. Because last time we ran under the Indian Republican ticket, and I didn't do so well. The Indian Republican ticket, well, I was the only one in it, other than Jim Boyd was my running mate. And now that Jim has done it, I think the loss was too much, and he's gone into hiding.
Yeah.
He's like he didn't want to be
He
associated with
and
that
Mitch
big of a loss.
are,
Yeah, they're both
sharing anonymity.
Anonymity, yes. And in all jokes set aside, I hope Mitch is okay because he'd had a major fall when he disappeared the last time.
Yep.
And so once those kind of things happen, and he's Mitch isn't a young fella either.
No.
And
I think he's 76, 77 by now.
He's probably 77 by now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Boyd. Miss seeing Jim Boyd around, and and of course Mitch. What was it, Old Guy on a Drone?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and that's the thing we need to, because a lot of our community. I mean, it's kind of there's a lot of older people in our community, and we need to always. If you don't hear from somebody for a while or don't see them in the chat or something, you need to find a way to reach out to them and see if you can make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
And
like Susan Lee, we haven't seen her around for a while.
No, I haven't. And
I know her health has been kind of.
She's been having some health problems. So if anybody knows how she's doing or something,
Dennis Lovelady was trying to get in contact with her.
Was she? Okay. Or was he? I said he. And yeah. Sorry about that. I got my tongue wrapped around my teeth and couldn't see what I was saying.
Yeah, well, you got that big space there.
Yeah, speak for yourself for old age. Yeah, I know. Hopefully another couple of weeks and that gaping hole will be missing. Well,
there we go.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Well, it will be when I'm on the show. I mean, I may not wear it, but that just bugs me. I've never had one that was quite that bad. But it had to go. So, anyways, but yeah. Yeah, Mitch from Old Guy on a Drone, Miss seeing he had some really, really good informative videos. I mean, you want to know about the electronics of FPV drones, that guy could do it. And so,
Oh, also, if you want to check out my latest video is about the reconstruction project over at Lake Arbor that they're doing.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Now they're doing some dredging on the pond, and they have completely drain that pond that connects with the rest of the lake. So, how do I know about that? Because I watch Neighborhood, which is another social media site. And listening to these people just whine and cry about, oh, the turtles, oh, those poor turtles. And it's like most of them have been, picked up and,
It moved. Yeah.
moved. And, but they don't realize turtles hibernate. They burrow into the bed of the
Mud.
pond or whatever water structure, and then when it starts warm up, then they come out.
Mm-hmm.
So then they're saying, "Oh, all the dead fish." Well, that's because they lowered the level of the lake by 2 feet, and I think they turned down the aeration system, and so it's with the cold weather we had this winter, it completely froze either most or all of the lake, and that would cause the oxygen levels to drop. And so if you look at that video, you'll notice, wow, what are those dots? And you'll notice they're carp that have died.
Carp. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of that, because I know you fish for carp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, just last weekend, a guy was fishing up in Grand Lake here in Oklahoma, and I think it was called a big head carp.
Yeah.
47 pounds.
Wow. That is big.
That is a big carp. It's the largest in the state. It set a new record. Yeah. I think it was called a large head. I think maybe it's a large head carp. But yeah, I was going to I meant to get that, but I kind of got, well, actually, I didn't wake up in time to get everything done today. But yeah, I think it was 47 pounds. And it's like,
wow.
I mean, it takes two guys. Two guys are holding it because two guys stand next to each other. And this thing was, good, probably close to 2.5, 3 foot long.
Right.
You know, it was big. And And
my biggest carp was 30 and a half inches long. It was 13 pounds.
Okay, maybe it's probably longer. It's probably closer to 4 foot. But I mean, of course, this thing was,
yeah, it probably had a big
from the top
belly.
of the head to underneath.
Oh,
yeah,
and you know what? It's getting pretty close to spawning season. You're in
spawning season.
So it's probably full of either eggs or milk that fertilize the egg.
Right. Yeah, it was like I said, they set a state record, but of course, it's a carp, so
yeah.
But it didn't, it didn't, because the type it was, it didn't look like your just everyday, bottom feeding carp. I mean, it had a unique style to it, and I think it's called a large head carp.
Are you sure it's not a grass carp? Because they get really big. They're more streamlined than the regular carps. So look that up.
Find it.
So, one of the channels that I follow, there's a local guy here in Colorado that fishes around the Front Range here, and he's a carp fisherman. And he was fishing at Prospect Lake down in Grand Junction and caught a big koi. Must have been about over 20 inches long. I mean, it was big, and it was gold, almost red color. It was a beautiful fish. I would like to catch one of those.
Yeah, record fish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's called a big head carp. Is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
so it probably has a big head. Okay.
Yeah, it has a big head. Yeah. It was just it just came up here the other day. So, but yeah, it was called the Big Head Carp.
Yep.
But yeah, it was one of the largest, 47 pounds. I mean, that is a big carp, you know. And common carp and leather carp can get that kind of size. Carp also only small. Did you know that the traditional Polish Christmas meal? Yeah, I've never had carp, but I just, it's not something. Of course, I don't like catfish either. So, because they,
Catfish, if
catfish,
it's done right, it's really
if it's
good.
done right, it's really good. Yeah. And, a lot of the catfish you'll pull out, especially, the a lot of those mud catfish, some of those, they have a layer of fat. And when you fillet, if you don't get that gray
Yeah.
layer off of it, it'll just nasty tasting.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta
kind
know
of
what
muddy.
you're doing with.
Taste.
Yeah,
And then they got a lot of bones too.
Yeah, well, now my father-in-law and even my son, and my cousins, they fillet them. They bring they bring an electric battery operated electric knife with them, and they just go right down and cut. You don't get any bone out of it that way.
Yeah.
If you because that meat is right on the outside, and so
We got another
yeah,
Joe. We got Joe Blaylock.
Yeah.
And
Joe Blaylock,
Mr. JRC's.
and Mr. JRC's. All right. So,
Yeah, Mr.
we actually
JRC.
we got a
The
pretty good
elusive
crowd
Mr.
tonight.
JRC.
26. So that ain't
We've
bad.
been up to about 30.
Yeah, last week we said, I think we were about 31 or 32 before it was all over, and then it dropped. Yeah. Last week we set a record, so. Of course, see, here's the thing. I was on Matt's show Friday night. And I got less viewers today, so it's what I keep telling Matt. His map bump does not work on me.
Nope.
It's a jinx to me.
Map bumps
just map bumps suck, man. I'm telling you. So boy, it is freezing more than Tim Jackson. Freezing, you mean in cold or my frames are freezing?
Yeah, your frames are dropping off.
Is it really? What the hell? I thought it was you guys, but yeah. Let's see. Is it that bad? Maybe it is. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's probably when I go out of frame that it starts freezing up. Yeah, I'm seeing glitching there, so I don't know what's going on. But I'll quit jumping around. But that's pretty bad because Tim Jackson he locks up a lot. So,
now does he have a Starlink?
Yep, he does.
He does.
James from My PI Dream just released a video today about the unboxing and setting up of Starlink at his place down there.
Joe Blaylock is driving. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh my God! I just looked at the time, guys.
Yeah, we're just gonna
8:03. Wow.
I was just gonna comment on that because
I may have to start doing what a couple of people have said and start maybe at 6. Well, no, I can't because I'd be going up against who would I be going up against?
Ray.
No, Ray is at.
There's an hour between Ray.
There's an hour between myself and Ray.
Al Duran.
Al Duran, yeah.
Al Duran.
Yeah, so
he's on that Star Wars planet. Al Duran.
Yeah.
Flying Duran is.
And then there's Duran.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when
he like a wolf.
Oh, I'm calling in the drug run.
Yeah. No. My brother just called me, so I need to. Well, Drone Nation has just gone live.
I'm going to say. So, Dom, anything exciting this week other than you're going to be on every other live show this week?
I'm going to try and do some more exciting things then.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, Dom, I always appreciate you being on here.
Yeah.
And Art, you just released a new video today.
No,
Right?
that was last week.
Oh,
But I did release a short, what I thought was a short, but it turns out it was 1 second too long, and they posted it as a regular. Like I just shortened it down to under a minute, and it still came
Yeah.
out in a minute and 1 second.
a minute, 1 second. All right. Well, okay. I want to thank everybody for being in the chat, and I want to thank you guys for being here to help me get through this hour.
No
and
worries.
I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. No need for the timer
Yeah.
because everybody's already shifting. So
Yep.
thanks, guys, to everybody. I will see you guys here next week. I will see you on Art Show on Sunday.
Yep.
I may pop into Matt's show every so often. I might show up in Justin's, Droner Gaming RP. You just never know where I might pop up.
Yeah.
And so y'all take care, guys. I'm the Grumpy Vlogger, and I'm saying good night to everybody. Have a great week, folks.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night, everyone.